Three comes before one. When somebody says it was shepherds counting their sheep with lines for each sheep that passed, why do we accept that as the origin of numbers? There's so much more to it. How did people know that domestication could be done? How did they know that doing this and this would get them sheep together? See, we tend to accept whatever is the dominant narrative, but there are so many alternatives. We have three appearing much prior than one. You say that when the ancient people who could look at the stars, say the phases of the moon, predict eclipses, do all these things, didn't know numbers till they started domestication. Don't you think that's a little out of line? Hard to believe? And if they could do all that calculations, didn't they observe their bodies before that? What happens when they observe their bodies? What do they see? They see that a woman, a girl, attains maturity when she starts having her periods. And that is the first thing a big brained ape would have observed. Not the stars. Of course, stars would also be included. But when they can see the stars and they see themselves. So, for how long did that happen? Three. And this three is so embedded in our culture. For example, let me give you a little Indian touch. Lord Shiva, the Adi Yogi, the first man, has a trishul, which is which has 3 points. But his son Kartikeya has a spear with a single point. Let me add more to this. We have Trikala Sandhya and we do pradakshina thrice, that's circumambulation thrice, before you bow down in front of a deity, a god. Why do you have 3 knots in marriage? The eternal sound Omkar that humans as a species could always hear. Why did they divide it into 3 Murti? The creator, the protector, and the destroyer. You see 3 embedded everywhere. Moreover, to add emphasis, to tell you that 3 came first and that came from menstruation, by observing that every day, whenever you go to a temple, when there's a sankalpa being made, that is telling what day it is, what time it is, and then asking for some good gifts from God. What you say is Ritu. Right now it's Hemant Ritu. What does Ritu actually mean? Ritu means a period. From the very origin, you have these words. In Kamakya, you have a menstruating goddess, which is known to everybody. And when the river turns red, during those 3 days, the temple is closed, and that red water, that's the menstruating blood of the goddess, is distributed. And people pray to it. People use that holy water. But then there's so much obscurity regarding menstruation. But then, like most things, today we have no context and many things are fading. It's time to rethink, understand how culture has come into place. People need an alternative view, a view at reality.